Hey, so I want to show you how to use Logger Pro. I finally got a copy of it that we can all download and use, and it's going to be very important in doing our next assignment where I'm going to ask you to find the relationship between certain variables. So when you launch Logger Pro, you'll see a screen like this. And what I want you to know is that you can double click here to tell it what the x-axis is. Very important. Double click here and type your name of your variable. Let's just say it is total fertility rate. Okay. And let's just say this one here is, let's make it mm, growth rate. Now these are unitless measures, but if there was a unit, I could just click here and I could tell it what unit I was using. Okay. So now that I got that, I'm going to enter data. So let's just say I look at my data table, and this is like 3.4, 2.1, 1.8, 0.5. 0.1, and then let's say this was 14. That's a pretty high growth rate. Let's say 14, 11, 8, 5, 3. So you see, the data shows up here. Now it's important if we're going to analyze it. It's usually what we usually want to do is we want to try to make it fit the screen. So what you can do is you can right click on the middle of the screen and choose graph options. And we get graph options. What you can do then is you can say, all right, what I want to do is choose my axes. And let's see, my largest value here is 14. This goes up to 14. Usually I want to go a little bit higher. I want to see all the data. So I'm going to go to 20 here. So this is the bottom here. This is the top here. Now the real problem is all my data was squeezed over here. My largest value was 3.4. And you see this goes over here. If you see left is 0, that's fine. But the right goes to 10, and my data only goes to 3.4. So let's just have it go to maybe to 5. Now you can see my data shows up a lot more clearly here, okay? So what I can do then is you click on this to come up with a very powerful statistical function fitter. So it's up to you. As I look at this, it looks to me like this might be, I guess it doesn't really make sense I mean, I made these numbers up, but let's just say I felt like it was linear. I would click this, and I would get this. Or maybe I thought instead I could try, if I hit proportion, it'll start at 0. That probably doesn't make sense with this data here. No, that doesn't make sense. Another one we often use is power. So I click here, I could try fit. It probably makes more sense because if you think about it, if I'm not having any babies, there's not going to be any growth rate. All right. And if you notice that this here, I did it pretty well. That's pretty close to 0.5. 0.5 would be an exponent of 0.5. If you look, here's the equation it's using. It's raising x, which is total fertility rate, or TRR. I guess I typed that wrong. And it's raising it to the 0.52 power. The 0.5 power would basically be a square root function. That fits it pretty well. So anyway, that's how we would use Logger Pro to analyze data. And I'm going to turn you loose with it.